The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Here's the kicker, John Parker Romo, now to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Counter play, here's Gibbs. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Rattler wants to throw it.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down at the Vikings 28-yard line.
Here's Rattler. On the slant, Burks. So the completion good for 7 there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rattler. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
2nd down and 8. In motion, Hill. Goff now to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Goff. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. From the gun, here's Rattler. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Now Rattler. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Rattler working out of the gun. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And this returnable for Hill. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, and it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. To the air is Rattler. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And ball complete. It's a rookie from Oklahoma. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Rattler. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Rattler going to look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Again, he'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now out comes Minnesota. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. This taken in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. In motion right, that's Wilson. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll try the air now with Goff. This to the tight end, Kincaid. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
From the shotgun, Rattler. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal. He hit his first, now this from 43. Santos' kick is up and through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Achane. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ball start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Jenkins. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Goff now looking to throw. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Goff. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They complete it to Hill, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Goff throwing again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Here's Rattler. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Over the middle, Pierce has it knocked loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 8. Goff now looks to throw. Gets this one to Hill. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Taken down at the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing is Rattler. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Rattler wants to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. To the air is Rattler. He's got his man. It's Pierce. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on third and a yard. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Rattler working out of the gun. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the Vikings 34-yard line.
Head off to Gibbs, headed right here. Shifts by him at the 25, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, here's Rattler. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Traylon Burks, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears have retaken a third quarter lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Goff. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Motion man right, that's Pierce. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the 45-yard line.
Now Rattler. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To the 43, 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And right side, they're going to go option here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Open man, that's Ronnie Bell. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ball start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw here. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control. I know.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's been a tight game throughout, and it... Out of the gun now on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Play action now. Brissett able to find Pryor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now Brissett. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be intercepted. And fights through one man. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Quick slant caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now remember now, no overtime here in the preseason, so in a tie game, this ought to be a fight to the finish. They'll go again with Sanders. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Miles Sanders. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now the Bears down 20-13, a minute 8 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.